Hello, hello, this is Pigsy doing another video. So what's going on? It's all wild. So yeah, just a quick one really. This is about, I guess it's MGTOW, touches upon that. And also Catfish. Now if you're kind of out of the scene and you come back in, you start dabbling with internet dating, and it might have been years since you dated them because you was in a serious relationship before. And you just don't know what to think. Now I've come across somebody who's been writing to me, writing very detailed letters, very emotionally charged letters, and sharing pictures. And there's probably a few discrepancies in my brain about some of the stuff she sent across, but nothing major. And she's been quite clear that, hey, I don't need your money. I earn quite good money. You know, I'd be more happy if we're going to meet. I'll pay for that and get the tickets, etc. And it sounds like a wonderful fairy tale. But the only thing is, does this actual person ever want to meet? And is it about collecting information, playing emotional mind games with people, all sorts of things basically. I did come across something. I basically Googled, well, how do you reverse check images? Now before in Google itself you could reverse check them, but it just come up with like a woman with a blue dress, so it won't show you exact information. However, there are more detailed searches out there. I think something's called pin face or something like that. And I was looking at it, it did bring up a load of faces similar, and I was suspicious, but I'm not going to worry too much. I will go and check it. But so basically this contact says she's coming over, family emergency, she's gone off to deal with that, and she says, you know, please don't forget me, all this lovely stuff, and I'm still planning to come over and see you, and I will be with you soon. So the difficult thing about with Catfish is that some people are real, and they've taken their profile pictures and they've manipulated them, and so that the person's probably incapable of forming normal connections, because they you know, people would look them up and it would come up as scammer. Now I did check the actual email, because sometimes that's a dead giveaway and it'd bring up something to do with scams, and nothing come up on it. However, the way the person contacted me is probably questionable, because they said they got my email from a friend or something, and they don't really know too much about internet dating, but I thought I'd just try and find out. But they were very personal, very individual approach. And I feel it's female that's writing to me. So it's weird that if it is a catfish thing, but I will do my background research and investigation when I got time. I'll look, see how much money I've got in the bank. I don't want to blow out loads of money on things like that, but I mean, it probably cost about $10, and you could search for 1 month. You could search as many people as you want, probably, or run loads of searches, which is kind of great if you've got a lot of contacts and you're not too sure about them, or you just want to do background checks on them. It could be, you know, it could be for work reasons. Somebody might have a double life, but watching the Catfish TV show, there's some quite creepy, strange things, like some narcissists and other stuff. However, I couldn't pick out their personality, because sometimes it's bloody obvious. I've got someone behind me. Right, check that's okay. So yeah, it's very interesting stuff. I will find out more, but now knowing that is different. And the other thing about Catfish and stuff, the idea is that I mean, normally people try to get you to fall in love with them as quick as possible, but then they do that for exploitation of money. And when you see anything to do with money, you run a mile, which I've already stated in my first contact with this person. You know, I basically joked and touched upon all these sorts of key topics to see what would come out, because if I don't look like a viable option, I don't assume that the person's going to pursue contact. So yeah, see how it all works out. But like I say, it could be somebody who's not well balanced. It could be a part of some other scams. It could be even to direct me back into a website. So for instance, if you're not on a particular dating website, and you've given information to people on there that are connected to the website, they might try to G you up. And by doing that, they assume that if you get a bit scorned, you'll end up going on, say, this particular site, wherever that might be, and start using that app a bit more, or pay membership and start searching out people. So, you know, there's all sorts of strange reasons why people do things. And some people also do it as like a portfolio thing. So like I've got all these people I've manipulated. It's like they've got files on their computer, and they've also can sell these information. So like, this is how we can manipulate the person. They like this, they like sports, they like football. You know, they're this type of personality type. So the person could be set up for further scams in the future. As for me, I'm just not going to bother with the internet dating anymore if it's going to be all sorts of mind jobs. The best probably bet, if you're looking for a woman in a different country, different location, of a certain interest, then you need to go to that location in order to engage with them. Because if you go to the location, the opportunities, well, basically your chances increase tenfold. I mean, they can still be fake. They can still be fake within the actual organisation. You know, if you went to, I don't know, yoga or something, I mean, there could be somebody there that's likes you and wants to play a game with you. I don't know. Things in life are very complicated. And also going on the other side of it. So, from another perspective of MGTOW, being more independent, looking at my financial opportunities, I started doing some crypto investment. And it has a mixed bag. So my money's gone up, so it hasn't been a bad investment, and it's kind of locked in until the cryptocurrencies become more integrated. But it's a long-term investment, so it's an investment opportunity. You shouldn't be looking at it as a get-rich type of scheme. I mean, gambling short-term as well. Somebody says gambling, you say, well, not technically. I mean, gambling's the idea is you make money within that week, or when a certain event occurs, you make money on it and you take it, and then, you know, you cut your losses. It's only a gamble if there's a risk of it completely losing. What happens is if you end up putting an investment at the lowest point into something, that's fine, into something that's basically doesn't have any. I mean, for instance, like BitTorrent tokens. The BitTorrent's been going around for years. It's a company that's been for years, and it's integrated another thing. The idea is that they're finding a new way to access their markets and create their own revenue streams that are not controlled or centralised by a banking system that may be under stress due to the pandemic, etc. And a lot of these token systems exist already, and so they might be like getting money off or getting points from things. And it may be that people, for instance, in computer games, you could pay for an upgrade, or you could earn tokens that should be equivalent to that money to buy the upgrade in the game. Yeah, bugger. Started indicating last minute. So these kind of systems work, these intelligent systems, as long as the rules have some sort of structure to them. And so we've got these cryptocurrencies. We usually work on each other's platforms, and it's a complicated thing to explain, but you can't basically mimic another crypto. It's like a ledger, a digital contract agreement of value. So it's like it's got a fingerprint. You can't just turn around and say, just make something up. You know, it's a bit like someone trying to print off a fiat currency, like doing notes, or promissory currency sometimes, but it's promised on the government's say, and it's reinforced by potentially warfare, etc. I think that's what was mentioned before. What keeps the fiat currency in place? There's probably two things. Oil, but that's changing. We're moving over to electric, so something's going to happen there. And warfare. And the problem is that the issue is that the major powers have got an equal match with each other, so it'd just be playing war games if they send people against each other. And what's the outcome? There's nothing really, useful there. So for me, it's long-term. Going back to crypto, it's long-term investment on opportunities and things I believe in, like Chile's coin. They're tied into sports. Sports is pretty rock steady. It's been at its lowest point, and it hasn't really been not necessarily exploited or marketed digitally so much, but it is. Soon it will be much more. And with this chili system, fans have fan tokens, and they can spend them on the team that are particularly locked into memorabilia, etc., and benefit from it. So that's really the key factor there. So who knows? I'll keep you updated. I think I'm just going to concentrate on my other stuff though. The problem is when someone strings you along, going back to the former conversation relating to romantic interests, and you kind of being on your own but looking for something extra special, is just be cautious, put in certain safeguards, and don't do dumb things. If somebody's at the airport, says meet me at the airport, and says I've got a friend and they've got a blooming bag and they need you to take through the airport, blooming security, no, that's the answer. Or if they threaten you, just scream red off or something. If they say, well, I've got a knife, you've got to do what I tell you, or a syringe or something crazy. But yeah, it's real. Some people are very good at playing games. So, and on that note, have a great day, and I will speak to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.